Hi guys, I figured I would share my responses to our module questions via video this week. So in regards to screencasting, in the past I have not had very much experience using it, either in my teaching or learning. There have been teachers in my department that use it for their classrooms and they really enjoy it. I've always been a little bit intimidated about the idea, so I've never attempted to really create my own. I have given access to my students to other teachers' work via flipped classroom or using screencast for a flipped classroom. The teacher posted it on our content Facebook page and allowed anybody access to it if they wanted to give to their students. And it's really been a pretty good review tool for all my students to use. I can see why a lot of teachers really kind of fall in love with the idea of doing flipped classroom and using screencasting for directions and whatever else they really need it. I really believe that the benefits far outweigh any kind of pitfalls with this, especially after, again, this first experience of me attempting to use it. The only pitfalls that I can really think of would be trusting the students to actually watch the videos on their own time. I know a lot of teachers that do the flipped classroom. They do it so that they can have a lot of extra time in class to use other supplemental material, where at times that might not be very beneficial if the students just choose not to actually watch any of the videos. But that's really the only pitfall I can see. The benefits are much, much, much greater. For one, students have constant access to the material. So especially if it's a lecture on a certain concept that maybe they don't fully understand, they're able to pause it, they're able to rewind it, or they're able to just go back and look at it again in the future, maybe when they're reviewing for any kind of a test or really just to kind of make sure they understand it a little bit better. And again, it does free up a lot of time for supplemental material in class, whether it be articles or different activities or anything that might not be as available if the teacher were to be lecturing the entire time. As far as using screencasting for substitute teacher plans, absolutely. Maybe not for something for the students to watch for an entire class, but especially to give instructions. I know when I've had to write subplans, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to really convey exactly what I want the sub to do and what I expect of my students in that class period, but screencasting seems like the perfect tool to be able to really give my students that access to that material and what I expect and what my expectations for the class really are. And as far as my experiences with screencasting for this module, like I said, this is my first time ever using it, but it was awesome. And I know before I had said I was a little bit intimidated by the idea of it. It was much easier than I could have ever thought. Again, I just used it on my Mac, and QuickTime has an application for it to record your screen. And I can definitely see myself using this for really major projects or things that have a lot of layers to them within my classroom. For example, the example that I used, I am thinking about having my students create their own website that they continuously add different works and different posts and everything on that go along with my AP Human Geography class, and each separate page can be based off of our different units that we cover and that we go through throughout the course. And just kind of going through and demonstrating how to set up a Google Sites was much, much easier being able to actually show them on the screen and show myself doing it than I think it would be if I just tried to explain to them how to do it. And again, if they have any questions, they can always go back and they can rewind it, they can double check how to use some of the features and all that. So I'm pretty excited that we had to do this for this module, because I can definitely see myself using this in the future, and this is just one of the many tools with this course that will definitely be applicable for me in my teaching. So thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.